Welcome to this chair yoga class. Find a sturdy chair and we'll get started. So we're going to start sitting up nice and tall in seated mountain pose. We're going to pay attention to our form, our structure. So the ears are over the shoulders, over the hips, the legs are parallel, the knees are over the ankles, and the feet are parallel. Our first chakra is responsible for our foundation, our structure, our bones. We're going to pay attention to how we align our bodies today as we practice and how we connect to the earth. So our feet are connected to the earth, and then we're stretching up tall. Let's roll those shoulders forward, up, back, and down. We'll turn the palms up, close your eyes or look downcast. Become aware of your environment, any sounds or movement or smells.
You're a little quiet today.
Yeah, I am. Okay. And thank you, Nick. Feel the weight of your body in the chair, your feet on the floor. And imagine the shape of your body. Can you feel the shape that your body is holding as you sit in seated mountain pose? Allowing the bones to hold you up. Allow the muscles to soften and relax without you slumping. Maintaining a relaxed yet alert position. Feel your awareness enlivening your whole body. Taking a deep breath. Let the shoulders relax down and the chin come towards your chest. Your eyes can be open or closed. Feel that stretch in the back of your neck. And gently make a wave shape on your chest. Feel the weight of your head. Opening the back of your spine and your neck. And back to center and inhale tall. Stretching up, the head perched right on top of the spine. Shoulders wriggle down the back. And let's look over one shoulder. And come back to center and look over the other way. The taller you can be, the more rotation your spine can express because of the way the spine is structured. A compacted spine has less mobility. So we come back to center, stretch up tall, shoulders down, creating maximum space in the neck, and then rotating the head. Notice if that's helped your flexibility and the degree of rotation. Finish up, doing both sides equally, and come back to center. Stretch up tall, shoulders down, and let your ear reach to one side. Feel the stretch in the opposite side of your neck. Come back up and let the ear reach the other way. Come back to center. One more time, stretch. And over. So our first chakra is about our foundation and the strength of our bones. So if you're having issues with your bones or people whose spines begin to round over, has to do with a lack of feeling supported and safe in your world. Let's take a deep breath and feel supported and safe, and let's inhale. Because at least for this next hour, you are here in a safe space, supported by my voice. Deep breath, inhale, opening. Again, if your arms don't allow, or if your shoulders don't allow your arms to go so high, stop at shoulder height. Do what's safe and supported for your body. One more. And down. Take a breath, stretch up tall, shoulders down, and then we'll roll them forward. We'll roll them up, press them back and down, making nice full circles with our shoulders, opening up the joint. Maybe you feel some snap, crackle, and pop, or some creaking as we break up the arthritis barnacles and bring lubrication into our joints and increase the blood flow between our torso and our arms, increase the flow of neuromuscular energy, the pathways between the brain and the limbs. Let's stop and circle back. And rest. Let's bring our fingers up, and we're going to touch the thumb to each finger in turn. So this is good for arthritis in the fingers. It also wakes up different parts of your brain. Each finger touching the thumb creates a circuit. If you can't do this with your arms in the air, just do it with your hands in your lap. And let's make it a little more challenging, going from the pinky first, back to the pointers. Pinky, ring finger, middle finger, pointer, going back the other way. And we'll circle the wrists. And reverse those circles. And bringing the elbows up, we'll draw circles on the ceiling, opening up the elbows. And circle back the other way. And then we're going to throw a frisbee with one arm. And bringing flexibility into that elbow joint. And again, if this doesn't work for you, put your elbow down and do it this way. whatever works for your body, feeling safe and secure in our bodies. And down, and we'll bring the other arm up and throw a frisbee with the other hand. Anybody play frisbee golf? And rest. Feel the energy from your head to your fingertips. If you'd like to scoot forward in your chair so you have a little more room for movement, we're going to simply make a circle with our body like we're a top, and the point of the tailbone is the base of the top. And we're circling around, opening up our hip joints. Coming back to stillness for a moment, and then going the other way. And back to stillness. So we're away from the back of the chair so we can bring our waist towards the back of the chair, holding onto the knees. The shoulders are going to stay over the hip creases, and our waist is going to reach towards the back of the chair. Head will come forward. Feeling a big stretch in the whole back of your body. Let's inhale back into a seated mountain pose and stretch up through the top of your head. And then exhale, rock back. You can take several breaths while you're here. We're just moving on the exhale. And let's come forward. Stretch up tall. And exhale, rock back. Keeping the shoulders over the hips, letting the lower body as well as the upper body be part of the stretch. I often see people moving from the waist over their legs. I'm trying to get your whole back to get involved rather than just the upper back, which would look like this, which we can do later. But we're not doing that. We're rocking back. Last one. Rocking back on the sitting bones and rounding the whole back. And come back to a nice tall mountain. We're going to bring our hands behind us. You can either hold the back of your chair or hold your elbows or come into Yoga Mudra. Whatever works for your body. Lift the chest, press the shoulders back and bring the heart forward. Big stretch up. And then come back to our neutral seated mountain pose. And then again, reaching back. Lifting the heart and stretching up. And coming back to a seated mountain pose. Let's do one last one. Stretch up. And come back to neutral. Notice how you feel. We're going to do a roll down and roll up. So now you get that upper body working. We're going to let the chin get heavy. And then the shoulders. Letting the weight of your head pull you towards your knees. So we're rounding the back in a different direction here. And we're not rocking on our sitting bones. We're keeping our lower body still as we roll forward. And then slowly stack the spine, one vertebra on top of the other. Coming back up. Inhale, stretch up tall. Exhale, head gets heavy. Let the weight of your head be the engine of this asana, or this pose, or this movement. Letting the head pull you down, starting with the head, neck, shoulders, and upper back. So the lower back is steady, so that you can stretch it maximally. And inhale, roll back up. Find your seated mountain pose. Feel the strength and structure of your bones holding you up. We'll come into a spinal twist again. Because of your spinal structure, the taller you can be, the more rotation you can achieve. Let's bring the knees together. Bring one hand across. The other hand holds the side or the back of your chair. Look over your shoulder to the back of the room. And slowly unwind. Inhale, tall, bring the hand across. Other hand comes around. And inhale back to center. Take a breath. Let's do a second set. Bring that hand across. Using the chair to help you twist. If you like, reaching one hand over the back of the chair, the other hand towards me. And come on back to center. Inhale tall. And twist the other way. Or reach your hand over the back of the chair, reach towards me. And come back to center. Finding your seated mountain pose, feeling the strength and support of your bones. Move on to our feet. We're going to pick up one heel and bring it down. Pick up the other heel and bring it down. If that's too easy, picking up both heels and down. Strengthening our legs, our ankles, our feet. This is really good for neuropathy. Goes for balance. One more here. And then we're going to do some ballet kicks. So working on the alignment here. The leg is straight and parallel. So the leg's not coming out in one way or the other, but the lower leg is in line with the upper leg. Creating strength in the muscles that protect your knee. So that you can have a good walking alignment for balance and safety and security. So we're also bringing lubrication into our knee. One more. Maybe you're feeling that in your thigh. I know I am. Take a breath and let's change sides. So sending that leg out. One more. And let's do a seated chair pose. Bring the arms out in front of you. Now let's go right into our standing, okay? We're just gonna inhale and come on up. So we went from seated chair to standing. We'll do our chair pose standing up. So let's come behind our chairs, holding on. I'll stand to the side so you can see what we're doing. So finding Tadasana, mountain pose. So ears over shoulders, over hips, over ankles. Eyes open or closed. And we're going to, if you don't need to hold on to the chair, sway towards our hands and push our hands away as we rock. Feeling our body safe and secure in our connection to the earth. You can stay with this, or if you want a little more challenge, you can close your eyes. Bamboo in the wind, just let your body sway whatever direction it wants to go. Feeling safe and secure because of the strength of your bones and your connection to the earth. And if you like, you can even imagine drawing red earth energy up through your legs to help create stability and balance. Again, if you need to do this with your eyes open, or if you need to hold on, finding what's safe and secure for you. And come back to Tadasana. Let's pick up one heel. And again, you could be behind the chair holding on. Please do that. And pick up the other heel. And we're going to change legs if that works for you. Again, we're lifting one heel and then the other. Working on our balance, bringing flexibility to our legs, bringing blood flow into our legs. Again, I hope you're holding on. If you need to, please do. And then with the feet flat on the floor, lifting the toes up and down. Even if you're in shoes, you can lift your toes up, put your weight into your heels, and down. Lifting the toes up, and down. And one more time, we're going to lift the toes up. So you're rocking back on your heels a little bit, lifting those toes, and down. Last one, holding onto the chair, coming up onto your toes. Find your drishti, but hold on if you need to. And down. Very good. Shake it out if you need to. And you're standing behind your chair holding on. I'm going to stand in front, pretending I have a chair in front of me. I'm going to step out nice and wide to a 5-pointed star. If you don't need to hold on, the arms come out. Reaching down through the 4 corners of the feet. Draw that red earth energy up, lift your arches and your kneecaps, feel the muscles hugging the bone, tailbone points down, perineum and lower belly come up, side ribs lengthen, lower ribs tuck, shoulder blades slide down your back and slightly towards each other, chest broadens, back of the neck lengthens as the chin comes in slightly. And again, if you're tired, put your hands on your hips. If you have balance issues, hold on to the chair. Feel the structure of your body. 5-pointed star, you're a perfect human. Big smile, because that's who you are. And drop your hands for a minute. Let's rotate the toes to the right. So toes are parallel to the back of your chair. You can scoot that other heel back. Hips are facing the chair. If this doesn't feel good for you, if this doesn't feel safe and balanced, can step that back foot forward a little bit so you're not all on one line. Gives you more like triangular shape. So find what works for you. Bring your arms back out if you're not holding onto the chair and come into Virabhadrasana 2, warrior pose. So structure, ears over shoulders over hips. It's not a tilted pose at all. You're upright, the knee is over the heel, so the shin is upright. Let's lift those arches so that the feet are nice and healthy and grounded. And then turn and look over your middle finger. If you're not using your hand on the chair, but you're still looking over to your right. Relax the hands, straighten the leg, turn those toes in, rotate the other toes out. Hips and shoulders are still facing your chair. Inhale out if you don't need to hold on, and come into Virabhadrasana 1 on this side. You've got the mirror of the Zoom, so you can really check your posture. And turn and look over your middle finger. If your arms are tired, please put your hands on your hips. And let's release, straighten the leg, turn the toes in, and toe, heel, back to Tadasana. Finding your perfect alignment, letting the bones hold you up, feel your connection to the earth so you feel safe and secure. Very good. I'm going to grab some water and come to the side of my chair, pretending it's the back of the chair. Okay. So we're going to do downward facing dog. We're going to start with bent knees. We're going to walk ourselves back. I'm going to use this. And we're going to lift the tailbone and lower the chest towards the floor. Now, if you straighten your legs, you might find that your tailbone is pulled back and you feel a stretch in your lower back. I'm going to ask you to bend your knees and lift your tailbone instead, reaching your chest towards the floor and your hips away from your hands. Nice traction into the spine. And very slowly roll yourself up. Take your time as you walk all the way to the chair. Getting as close to the chair as you can so your pelvis is touching the back of your chair. Elbows are in. And tuck the tailbone, lift the pelvic floor, lift the lower abdominals. Bring the chest up towards the sky and arc back. Feel deep breaths, grounded through the feet. Inhale back to Tadasana. Do you feel taller? Bringing your hands to the back of the chair, bending your knees, walking back, lifting your hips and lowering your chest. So again, if you're super stiff or if your legs are straight, your back's going to look like this. We want to bend the knees and have the back look more like a nice flat back or even very slightly concave. So I could rest a teacup on your back and have a tea party. Big stretch the hips away from the chair. Open your armpits and feel your shoulder blades flattening on your back. And very slowly round up. Make your way towards the chair. Bringing your pelvis right against the back of the chair, hands on the chair, elbows in, tailbone down so there's no crunching of the lower back as you lift your chest and arc towards the sky. Reach down through your heels and the base of your toes, giving you the support that you need to stretch up tall. And come back up tall. Good, we have time. And do one more standing series. We're going to do warrior one. So holding onto the back of your chair, standing nice and close again. Let's take the right leg and step it back and place that foot on the floor at an angle and bend the front knee. So if you're too far back, you're going to probably find yourself like that. So that's why you want to be really close to the chair with your front knee. Elbows in again, supporting you. Take a nice deep breath and press into that back heel. Front knee aligned over your front heel. And again, if you feel safe, tailbone tucks, pelvis floor up, arcing back. Nice curve from the back heel to the top of your head. Inhale straight and step forward. And we'll change sides, send the other leg back. Again, as close to the chair as you can get with your front knee. Elbows in, holding on. Throw the belly up, tuck the tailbone down. Lift the chest and arc back if that feels safe to you. Press into the back heel. Lift the arches. And inhale straight, step up to the chair, back to Tadasana. And I promised you a chair pose, so facing the chair once again. I'm going to stand in front. I don't need a chair, but you can hold on to the chair. And bend the knees, press the hips back, weight on your heels. Feel the strength of your bones. Imagine the shape of your body in this pose. And inhale, release. And shake it out and come sit down. Back to Tadasana, seated mountain pose. Feel the alignment of your body here. I'm going to scoot forward in my chair again, so I have a little bit of room. Pick up one knee and bring it back down. If that doesn't work for you, just pick up your heel again. Otherwise, picking up the knee and bringing it down. Might feel your abdominal muscles becoming engaged. Draw that belly in for support. Give that leg a rest. We'll do the other side. Inhale, pick that knee up and bring it down. And if that doesn't work, just pick your heel up. Last one. Take a breath, finding seated mountain pose. Come back to the first leg. You're either going to slide your leg out and in, or if you have the flexibility and the strength, stepping up over a barrel and back in. Then feel a little support from your abdominals. Last one. And rest. Wow, did you feel that thigh working? I sure did. Inhale tall. Either sliding the leg in and out or lifting it up over barrel and bringing it back in. One more. And come back to stillness and notice the energy. Notice how you feel. Imagine the shape of your body, structure of your bones holding you up. We'll come into some sun salutes. So again, I'm going to get a little forward on my chair, bring my hands to my heart. Just start with a nice easy inhale up. Again, if arms don't go all the way up, just stop where they need to. And hands to heart. Full breath in and out. We'll do two more of those. Inhale. And exhale. Full breath in and out. Inhale. Exhale. Now you can stay with that, or we'll add a swan dive. Inhale. And swan dive over. Reverse swan dive, reach out and up. And hands to heart. Full breath. Do two more of that. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive over. Let your head go, spine stretch, reach back out. Inhale up. Hands to heart. Full breath. Last one, inhale. And fold. Come back up. And hands to heart. And rest. Going through some spinal twists. We'll build on that again, but we're getting back into practice after a few weeks of vacation. So we'll start again with an easy spinal twist, the one we did before. Let's bring one hand to the knee, the other hand to the side of the chair, and just stretch around. And back to center, and other way. And stretch around. And back to center. You can stay with that, or bring one knee up, give it a hug with your hand or your elbow, and use the chair to help you stretch around. Pull the knee towards the midline, push the shoulders in the opposite direction. And back to center and down. And either what we just did before, or giving that knee a hug, holding with your opposite hand or elbow, using the chair to help you twist. And back to center and down. One final stretch. Let's bring both legs out with the toes up so the heels are on the floor. Inhale tall and exhale, reaching towards your toes. Giving yourself a nice full body stretch. Let your head relax. Slowly make your way back up. If you need something for Shavasana, please get a sweater or anything like that that will help you feel warm and safe and comfortable. Close your eyes or look downcast. Imagine the shape of your body in the chair. Imagine the skeleton, the bones holding your body up. Let that go. And imagine drawing red earth energy up through the soles of your feet, up your legs and into your body, connecting you to the earth, grounding you, helping you feel safe and secure. Stay here as long as you like. And when you're ready, slowly bring some movement back into your fingers and toes. Move and stretch in whatever way feels good to you. Let's bring the hands together and rub them briskly, building up healing energy. And cup the hands over the eyes. And release the hands. Come back into the room. Namaste.